versus the Seagulls.
Hello, students of Rugby League and lovers of the game. Good to be here at Suncorp Stadium as we bring you coverage of this highly anticipated clash between the Brisbane Bronco and the Manly Warringah Sea. I'm Andrew Voss, and alongside of me is a two-time premiership winning coach, Mr. Phil Gould. Welcome, Gus.
Horrible weather, and it really hasn't eased off at all. Both teams are going to have to play the game tighter and take the opportunities that come their way. The ball's going to be very slippery, so the main aim will be to complete sets. The team that can play the most discipline in these types of conditions will win this game. Simple as that, really. Whoops, there goes my umbrella.
And you're right. These two teams, they would have trained all week in the dry, but in the last 12 hours, it has turned rather nasty. Reid, Milford, Friday, Parker, Blair, Nicarima. Well, look at the athlete stretching his legs. I don't think the crowd can believe. Nails it. Back to the centre of halfway. Kicks long. Could have done without that. It's out on the full.
A very cheap penalty given away there. They'll be hot on the attack again.
Over the sideline it goes. There he starts with a tap. Matai! Drojevic! Mateo! Strong defence. Stewart! Miles! Good tackle. Unable to mobilise. That's good defending. Stewart! There's the fourth tackle. Cherry Evans! Out of a tackle. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Walker kicks the football very high. Times his jump perfectly to come up with the ball. There's tackle one. Delivers a long ball. Roberts. Intercept. I think the coach is going to explode. They're going to have an uphill battle in this next set of six. Brown. The opportunity to score still on. Brisbane holding up well. No way through for the Seagulls. This There's a hand underneath the ball there. No try.
Good defensive effort there. Looks certain to score.
Drogovic. Runs into some solid defence. Keeps going. The Brisbane Broncos defend their line. Cherry Evans. Oh, this ball is going up. Well, you can see he's been practising those. On tackle, this guy brushing through the tackle. Met by the defence. Oh. Halfway through this set. Roberts. Nikarima. All in all tackle. Making hard work of this. Milford. Glenn. Knocks him off his feet. They reach the last tackle of the set. Milford. Running backwards. Now there's a tactic.
Yeah, it's not one that I would employ, but it seems to have an effect here.
Reed. And we'll have a changeover here. Cherry Evans! Miles! They're off to a very good start here. Successful with the conversion.
The Sea Eagles have been a pleasure to watch tonight. They haven't given their opponents any opportunities. It's been a joy to watch so far.
The Sea Eagles lead 12-0. Miles. There to field the kick. And shut out of the play by that tackle. First tackle there. Stewart. I like that. Front on defence. On tackle number 2. Conroy-South. Darting from dummy half. And you'll find that's the third tackle. Matt High. 4 tackles completed now. Mateo Cherry Evans has the job of putting in the punt. And that kick bounces. Gillette. Faraday. Glenn. Reed. Crashes past the defence. He's caught the napping. Kahoo. Try to the home side.
Good try that, Andrew. The build-up was in...
Just guides that one over easy as you like.
Brisbane will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
Lead 12 points to 6. Parker latches onto that kick. Dwyer.
Up now.
That's the first of 6. Blair. Milford. Wrapped up on the 30-metre line. That's tackle number 2 right there. Nikarima. Boyd. Gillette. Oates. With an offload. Roberts.
Setting up.
That is tackle number 3. Nikarima. Blair. Aka. Maguire. Ooh la la, that's a tackle. 4th tackle. Milford. Whoa! Referee signifies 5th tackle. Nikarima. He punts it. Stewart takes it in goal. The restart to come. And there's the tap. Conroy-South.
Let him go. Let him go. 0 tackle.
Matt High. Quarter of the game gone. That's the first. Mateo. That's 2.
2. Hands away.
Stewart. Cherry Evans. Good tackle there. Third tackle and to play the ball. Miles. Miles. Powering his way through the defence. There's the 4th tackle. Taupo. Overpowered in a 2-man tackle. Last tackle now. Walker. He punts it. Boyd doesn't get the ball on the fall. Milford. He charges through. This could be trouble. The Brisbane Broncos on the charge. Kahoo! And they rattle his back teeth in that tackle. That's the third. Glenn. Reed. Pucker. Wriggles free in the tackle and he's offloaded. The defence is good, but the handling's terrible. Nice defence. Taupo. Miles. Wrapped up on the 40. That's the first tackle. Cherry Evans. Stewart.
Let him go. Let him go.
That's tackle number 2. Breaks through. That's the sort of tackle the fans come to see halfway through this set. Taupo. Stewart. That's tackle 4. Taupo beats a tackle. Taupo powering through the defence. That's tackle 5. Walker kicks low with a grubber. Shows some urgency getting to the loose ball. The Boyd. That's a sloppy pass, that one. Can you believe it? They've knocked on. And that is a critical error. Look at the fans. They're holding their heads in their hands. I don't know if they'll survive this next set of 6.
Let him go.
Simon. He breaks through the defence. Kick is good enough. It is straight. It is there.
The coach will be over the moon with this performance so far. Still a long way to go, though.
The Sea Eagles lead by 12 here. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. That'll be a penalty. It's out on the full.
I think they'd better give the kick. Off duties to someone else after that monstrosity of a kick.
To make some metres with his kick for the sideline. That ball is over the sideline. Back underway with a tap. Matai. Lawrence. Simon. Miles. Outstanding tackle. The two of them in it. Strong defence here. Simon. Stewart. Taupo. Running into some solid defence. Simon. Well, a couple of tackles left here. Wow, he's through the line. Good shot. And this is the last tackle. Cherry Evans will test them out with this rubber kick. And they trap him there and they'll get the football back.
There was no way out of there. Perfectly executed.
Positional play, he's there for the kick. Simon! The defensive line, stretched to breaking point. Taken in the tackle and in the touch. The ball's been turned over. Critical error right out from their... Record intact.
Their fans will be very pleased with what they're seeing here. Very, very pleased.
The Sea Eagles lead 24-6. Goes long. Lussick latches onto that kick. First tackle. Cherry Evans brushes off the defence with ease. And that's the second. Simon. Good front on defence. 3 is the call. Cutting out his teammates. Stewart breaks straight through the defence. Can he get there? The chase is on. Shame, shame, shame. He didn't put the ball down for the try. come. The defenders closing. Milford. Classic tackle. Tackle one completed. Karima. Maguire. Aka. Blair. Boyd. Keeps going. He's brought to ground right on the 40-metre line. Maguire. Milford. Glenn. Nailed where he stands. They roll forward again. Reed. And he's through the line. Nearly half-time. He's tackled after making good metres. Takes a peek for some backup. Milford. With the break. Taken the ground. Almost into touch. Last tackle. They've got to come up with something. Maguire. Baby, where's the loving in that tackle? And that's the change-up. Brisbane threatening to score, but just not able to push home the advantage.
Well, they risked to run the ball there. Nearly scored the try.
Mateo. The scrambling defence get him at the end of the run. There's metres to be made from dummy half. That's the half-time siren. First half complete. Gus, my friend, we're all waiting. Let's hear your thoughts on the first half.
The Sea Eagles, they head into the sheds with the lead. Some good use of the football, some super defence. This is what we like to see.
So, the away side go to half-time in the box seat. Second half in just a moment. Cherry Evans. There to field the kick. Works forward. There's the first tackle. Drogovic. On tackle number 2. Stewart. Mateo. You'll find that's the third tackle. Brown. That's the fourth. Walker. Tafua. Crashes past the defence. They're looking to spoil his party. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Walker with a puck. And the race is on. Boyd on the bounce has the ball. That's tackle 1. Milford. Nice work. Brushes off the defence. And tackle there. Green. Aka. Halfway through the count. Gillette. Strong tackle. 4 tackles up. Roberts. Shoving his way through. Has gone over the sideline.
No. What was he thinking?
Walker. Mateo. Stewart. Great defence. Colisao. Runs from acting half. Wrapped up by some solid defence. Lussick. Mateo. Massive hit. Runs into some solid defence. Walker keeps going. Gus. That is a beautiful tackle. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Lyon. Nailed by the defence. That's the first of 6. Roberts. Boyd. Brought down close to the sideline. On tackle 2. Parker. Green. Milford. Hardly his best moment in the game, that pass. Oh. No. Another silly mistake there, and that sums up the kind of game they've been having here. Lussick. Walker. They rush in. A gang tackle. Tafua. That's the third tackle. Lyon. Walker. There's the fourth tackle. Drogovic. The stadium shakes with that tackle. That's tackle 5. Walker puts up the bomb. Times his jump perfectly to come up with the ball. Captures that ball in goal. We will be off to the 20-metre line. Nikarima restarts the play with a tap.
Right, that's 0.
Milford. He's held on the 30-metre line. That is the first tackle. Fires out a torpedo pass. Looks for support. That's the second. That's a wide ball. Oh. Roberts breaks through the defence. He's just crossed the 40. Another slipper. They need to hang on to the ball for a full set of tackles if they want to win this match. Superb tackle. On tackle 1. Classic tackle. Strong defence. Tafua decides to run from dummy half. Unable to break through. Simon. Lyon. Stunned by the tackle. That's tackle 4. Tafua. Referee shouting hell. It's tackle 5. Do they run or kick? Walker with a punt. Boyd doesn't make it to that ball on the fall. Milford gives him the big don't argue.
Nobody wants to tackle the guy.
It looks like they're closing the gap. He offloads. The Broncos are looking dangerous here. Milford says, out of my way, brother. He runs straight past another. Breaks through another tackle. I think they're looking to spoil the party. Here come the defenders. And the hope. No surprise there, it's a goal.
The Broncos will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
The Manly Warringah Sea Eagles lead 24-12 now. Through and into open space. Milford. He fends off one. He fends off another. Milford. Look out. He's through the line. He's in the clear. Now that is... They're through with the conversion.
The Manly Warringah Sea Eagles did a good... job to silence the crowd initially, but they'll be frustrated with themselves that they've let the home side get back into this now.
The Sea Eagles lead 24-18. Milford. Kahoo. Nice tackle. And that is tackle number 2. Reed. Glenn. Horrible ball. Boyd. Nikarima. Unstoppable. Breaks through the defence. Gillette. Roberts. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Boyd is rounded up. Last tackle now. Milford.
I'm losing count with how many runs this bloke has made.
Parker. Stewart. Cherry Evans shrugs off the tackle. That was easy. First tackle there. Lussick. Dummy half run here. Outstanding tackle. Halfway through this set. Simon. Tafua. He breaks straight through the defence. They are looking to spoil his party. They continue to roll forward. Simon runs into touch.
Maybe he saw someone he knew in the crowd.
Roberts. Nearly into touch there. That's tackle number 1.
Run, release.
Boyd. Dwyer. Arca. Milford.
This player's work rate is phenomenal.
Glenn. Reed. Kahu.
Hill, let him go.
That's the third.
3. Back to 10.
Green. Cut out ball. Dwyer. Play on. Can he get there? Inside the danger zone. Here's a run from dummy half. Another try. It's successful.
The Sea Eagles are playing some very solid football. Not afraid to chance their arm, and they're finding plenty of space.
Into the kick, centre of halfway. Play on is the call, and I think the ref is right. Maguire! Fire Milford!
Surely the guy needs a rest. Where's he finding all this energy?
He's now all on his own. There it is. Try number 4 for Brisbane.
Brisbane have scored a...
Like shelling peas, really.
It only took a little bit of possession to favour the home side to get themselves back into this match. It's game on, baby.
The Sea Eagles lead by 6. Breaks through. Beats a tackle. He's clear of another. Breaks through another tackle. He looks over the shoulder for support.
That's one. Move.
Milford
He's worked tirelessly for his teammates tonight. What a performance.
breaks through. Say adios to another defender. Past another. I think he knew where that one went. And the pass has been picked off. Well, they had a prime opportunity to score there. But they've let the defence off the hook with that mistake. Walker strikes that one. It's in the clear. This could be danger. Boyd, a little careful with that bouncing ball. Remind me not to get in his way. That's a great thing. He's beaten 1. He's beaten 2. Here's a run from dummy half. Roberts. Breaks through. Roberts. Breaking his way through the line. He's got defenders closing. 2 tries in quick succession. And suddenly, the Brisbane Broncos are within striking distance.
Super try there. It'll look even better on the replay.
It's waved away to the left.
What? Oh, just listen to the fans. This match has sparked into action all of a sudden. A comeback is definitely on the cards.
The Sea Eagles lead by 2. Nikarima latches onto that kick. Sayade! Brisbane are not afraid to throw it around tonight. Sayade! Boyd! Maguire! Pucker! Not sure who that one was for. The ball's been turned over. He crosses the 20 now. And that is out on the full. He'll be unhappy with that kick.
There's never a good time to come up with an error like that.
And there's the tap. Blair keeps going. Gets his hands free and offload. That's a poor pass. Sloppy play. Tackle. Strong defence here. Brown has a look and then runs from dummy half. Wrapped up by some solid defence. Tupole. Running into some solid defence. Walker. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Walker. Whoa, this ball is going up. Nice work. What a catch. He's gone over. Should be a try. Sayadane. Oh, not a good pass there. Keeps it alive. Can he get there? The chase is on. In the clear. This could be a try. Another try for Brisbane. And they're looking so strong out there.
The Sea Eagles will be very disappointed with themselves in letting that try through. There was no real urgency to wrap up the ball. Some fantastic passing at the end of that set. And a world...
He was never a chance to get the distance. And that is full time, but nobody wanted this game to end. Super Rugby League.
No, let's play on forever. Days like this are just to be salivated over.
Well, we're all waiting to hear what you've got to say, Gus. Hello and welcome. Fantastic to have your company as we welcome you to tonight's clash between the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. I'm Andrew Voss, and with me as always, Gus Gould.
Oh, Andrew, I'm really looking forward to this one. A big crowd building up, two quality football sides. Now, whenever these sides meet, you can guarantee it'll be played with plenty of passion, and I expect more of the same here.
First tackle up. Oh, terrible ball. Leisha picks up the ball. Hopewate. Morris. Strong defence. Hopewate. Unable to mobilise. That's good defending. Sends a spiral pass out. Fualelo. Mabar. Morris. He offloads. The defence stretched in. Oh, knocked off. The Bulldogs get a free life and a prime scoring opportunity goes begging. Oh, Olatoni. Take a teasy. Strong tackle. That's tackle one. Brown. That's two. Graham. Look at that. Rushes through the tackle. Graham bursting through the line. That's the third. Sawaluma. Last tackle. They want to come up with something. Graham punting. Hopewate on the bounce has the ball. Leisha. Nice tackle. That's the first tackle.
That's one. Move.
Fualelo. Perrott.
Held. Let him go.
And that
Let
is
him
tackle
go.
number two. That's a long pass. Morris. Morris. Unstoppable. Breaks through the defence. Setting sail for the try line. They reach tackle three. Morris. The Cronulla Sutherland Sharks are looking shaky. Perrott will test them on the ground with a grubber kick. I don't think he's going to be too happy with that kick. It's gone dead. He restarts with a tap. Olatoni puts the fend on.
He's held there. Clear him now. Zero tackle.
Take a teasy. And he's met front on.
Right.
That's
he's
tackle number one. Sawaluma. Locked in the tackle. That's the second.
Hands away. Held.
That is tackle number three. Fecky shoves his way through. Fecky bursts through the line. Polatoni. They're looking dangerous here. Graham kicks. Hawley doesn't get the ball on the full. Perrott. Rona. Hopewate. They are looking to spoil his party. Still trying to make metres as he's brought down after that good run. Looks for support. Rona. Breaks through. What about that tackle?
That's his second.
Eastward. Morris. Flares. Cronulla Sutherland on the back foot here. Leisha. Last tackle now. Morris. Hardly his best moment in the game, that pass. And it's gone out.
Oh, ugly pass.
There's the tap. Sawaluma just shoves off that tackle. First tackle there. Graham.
Let him go.
And there is the second tackle. Fecky. Polatoni. Polatoni breaks through the defence. They reach tackle three. Sawaluma blows past the defence. The Sharks on the charge. Brown with a punt. Morris marks the ball. He's all on his own, but they're closing in fast. Rona.
Right. Here's tackle one.
tackle number 3. Morris keeps going. He charges through. This could be trouble. Morris. Cronulla Sutherland are looking a bit wobbly. Hopewate. Crawley. And that brings us to the end of the first half. With a long kick-off. Mabar. There to field the kick. Morris. Powering down the field. He's tackled there, but he's made good ground. He looks around for backup. That's a long pass. Morris.
He's worked tirelessly for his teammates tonight. What a performance.
Rona. Crawley. Now on the 40-metre line, he plays the ball. Hopewate. Rona. Mabar. Powers through the defence. Eastward. They continue to roll forward. Morris goes himself. Morris breaking his way through the line. The defence is looking shaken. Eastward. The high ball. That's commitment, getting to the loose ball. Bruising tackle. The Sharks will be breathing a big sigh of relief. That was looking like trouble. Followed by the defence. There's the first tackle. Oh, that's a super tackle. Second tackle there. Brown. Defence snuffs out the chance of an offload. That's the third. Effective tackle. That's the fourth. Brown punts. It's a race. This could be trouble. Eastward doesn't make it to that ball on the full. There's plenty in pursuit. Still trying to make ground after a good run. He looks for support here. Rona beats a tackle. Doesn't beat a tackle. Tolman. Mabar. Eastward. Morris. Powering his way through the defence. The ball's been turned over. And that is a critical error. The fans, well, they're upset, but I reckon the ref called it right. I don't know if they'll survive this next set of 6. That's it. It's waved away to the left.
Don't you love a close contest? This has been very entertaining, Andrew.
Eastward latches onto that kick. Morris, open pasture, and there's daylight in front of him. 40 away, and he plays the ball. Brown! Hopewate! Rona! Eastward! Mabar! Morris!
I'm losing count with how many runs this bloke has made.
Good play. They grabbed some decent territory. Eastward! Morris! Hopewate! Just steams past the defence. This could be trouble. Rona! Inside the danger zone. Canterbury Bankstown are looking dangerous here. Down! Morris! Dangerous stuff. Have a look at him. The Sharks are looking shaky. Crawley. Dogged defence there. And that's the changeover. The Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs threatening to score, but just not able to push home the advantage. Brown! Zawaluma!
Surely the guy needs a rest. Where's he finding all this energy?
Stunned by the tackle. Takatizi with the break. Reach tackle 3. Brown! Zawaluma! Holmes! He breaks through. He's now all on his own. Back-to-back tries, and the both flags go up. It's over. Tolman there to field the kick. Mabar. Morris. Awati. He just brushes off the tackle. He breaks through the defence. Have a look at him go. Looks for support. Morris. And he's through the line. Finally brought to ground. The attack coming in waves. Tolman. Morris. Mamai. Hopawati. Morris. Tackling in numbers here. There's the fourth tackle. Crawley. Rona. This could be trouble. Keeps going. Brennan. Powering through the defence. What a run. Rona. And there it is. The touch judge's flags are raised, so it's a goal.
This ain't over yet, Andrew. A huge set of 6 coming up. Crowd on the edge of their seats.
Morris there to field the kick. What about that tackle? Beal. He punts it. Beats a tackle. Look out. They're closing in. He runs through another. I think they're looking to spoil the party. Here come the defenders. He's got goal. He's got guile. He's in the zone. They grab the extra point. Like shelling peas, really. Full time. And your overall thoughts on the game, Gus?
The Bulldogs have picked up the win tonight. A solid display of rugby league here and have come away with a very good victory.